Minasan, welcome to Suzuka Circuit. Yokoso. It's time. We're in Japan, and we're here for the F1 round 3. Round 4 of season 3. Round 4, baby. Let's go, let's go. Yo, Mika, what up? The founder of Apex. Y'all are funny. Now, let's get it in and let's get involved. We have got these racers out on the track. We've got almost 30 drivers who had signed up, I think. I don't know if there's going to be 30 today, but I see at least 22, maybe 25. We'll have to see exactly how many, but they're about to get going and finish their briefing and get started in qualifying, okay? We've seen some crazy things from last week, and it seems like we're resetting the server, so I'm rejoining right now. Let's go. And they're going to probably get it going right away. Sometimes, maybe I do the intro too early. Maybe I do the intro too early, but that's okay. In any case, guys, who enjoys driving a Suzuka? Let me see it. Who actually... Is this a good track for downforce cars or what? Are we going to see some flat out S's, some movement, tire strategy, tire maintenance is going to be key? Dude, go race F1. Let's go. Get in. Exclamation point NABS in the chat. Get on in. Phil McCrack says, moi, j'aime ça. I like to race on a Suzuka. All right, let's go. It's time. We're loading in for the last time. We restarted the server a couple times just to make sure it was going, and we had the F1 lounge there just to make sure all you VIPs in the chat are sitting in the F1 lounge pretty, and we will see who runs the time and gets into the podium and goes P1 today out here at beautiful, gorgeous Suzuka. Fun Japanese circuit. Now let's go. We're gonna get into it. I think practice is going. Giovanni Pozzi, thank you for the follow and welcome to the galaxy. You caught us today streaming some F1. It's F1 Friday. Let's get involved. Let's get involved. Let's go. Okay, qualifying didn't start yet. So we got it in for another one. Okay, how much more can the galaxy stall below? What stalling is needed when we have both Force Indias guys driving around the pits just like this? Bruh. I know. As we get it going, we have everybody ready to start it off and get qualifying ready on this one. Yo, Michael say lucky. We do that at the end of the race when we celebrate the wins. Now let's go. We're gonna have to push for it. Oh, dude, Uncle Perry, let's go. Yeah, of course, APL. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, that goes way back to the old days of the F1 Fridays, APL racing, where I got my start off. My first race out there was in Australia. Oh, man, what a time. And what a time to be alive indeed as we get out here at Suzuka Circuit today for round 4 of Season 3. And it seems like we're resetting the server once more. Okay. We're making sure everything is right. You know what? Last time they did the laps wrong. They did this wrong. If we got to do one quality, right? That happened at the beginning of the season. A little bit of logistical failure. But hey, not today. They're going to be cool with it. They're going to be solid with it. It's going to be exactly what we need. It's going to be on script, okay? And the second we're off script, guys, you just say in chat when we're off script. You just let me know and we'll get it all sorted out from there. We'll absolutely figure it out. At the moment, we're still on script, okay? We're still there. Yo, Jovan, if you're missing it, you can always jump back in, but it's really up to you. We even have an F2 league that they're doing on the Sundays if the Fridays don't work for the times. And this week we're going to Suzuka in those F2s, and that's going to be an interesting one. I think for the F2s, the first race, people got used to the cars. They do 2 races, one after the other. I think they're like 15 lap races or, yeah, just around there. So it ends up being some short things. You got some good battles, and the cars are absolutely fun. And speaking of fun cars, we got these ones, the V8s, the 2010 cars. All right, the RSS V10s that we've got set up and ready. We've also got a safety car, and in this condition, I believe it's going to be Oddish, who's going to be our safety car driver today. And hey, it matches the logo. We're a bit in the shadows right here, but we're about to rise up out of the shadows and emerge into a victorious state. Hey, safety car and a broadcaster, do we really win anything? Well, we get to see everything that goes on, which is truly a win. Because sometimes I remember when I was in those races, yo, we got, how many laps are we getting out today? Too many, okay? Too many laps. Thousands. Millions. Let's go. We're at Suzuka. How many laps are we getting? How many laps? 39. See what I mean? 39 concentrated laps with strategy involved as well. Racers must go off from soft tires to the hard tires, I believe, are the only two compounds. And they have to alternate that at least once. So they can start on hards and go to soft, but they have to do that at least once. They have to do a lap on one of each compounds. Toughest track you've driven? Let's see, Spider Monkey. My goodness, the concentration that it's going to take for consistency around this track. We'll see. Woo. Let's hope you live better next time, Jay. Yo, Lil J, let's push it to the limit. Are we getting it on? Are we starting it up? Let's go see where they're getting to with practice right here. Let's go check it out. Get out on the track and just listen to the pure power of the V8, the 2010 car right here. I keep going to the wrong one. I need to go to the broadcast right here. And let's go see. We're about to get on into quali. And now this is peak right here. At peak. We're near peaking because we're going to be able to get some great action today. We're almost in quali. But we're getting there in terms of the season, right? We're already at round 4. We've done 3 rounds before. And let me tell you, each one had a little bit of carnage, had a little bit of those safety cars, strategy involved, podiums were moving. We had battles throughout. It was definitely a close row. But now we see 13bot is in the podium, not in the podium, but he's in the championship position right now. He has the most points. He can definitely look for it to continue his lead. I know he's out here somewhere. Where'd he go? Maybe he hasn't loaded into the server just yet, trying to figure out some of the things, but he's definitely around. And right after him, we have Joe Milan, and there we go. We're starting off qualifying right now, and let's see all the cars that are going to rush out of the pits. And let's catch CS here. He's not just yet. He's kind of like cool, calm, collected. Man, no sound on this one. That's kind of a funny situation. Let's bump it up just a little bit, huh? Why don't we get that? Get the safe lap going around. Let's get on to Sammy's view real quick. And let's catch all the drivers that are getting out here today. Let me find where Sammy's at. Okay, we're redoing qualifying. My goodness, let me just get on here. We're going to start it off, guys. Let's just get our ground. Okay, let's get our ground. If you're just joining us, exclamation point NABS in the chat. If you want to jump into a car like this, get into the reserve spot, or even be able to join a team. There's usually 10 reserve slots per race, and a couple of slots this one, but sign up is closed now, obviously. But for next week, we'll have to see what we can find. And yes, it is quali going, but it's not going to go for an hour. We got 10 minutes of quali, okay? So it's only going to be 10 minutes of quali, not a full hour, which is great. Because we wouldn't want to do that for a full hour. Now, would we? No, we would not. All right, let's go. Let's get into it. And let's catch up here with Sammy, who's starting us out. He's ahead in the pack of the outlap. And let's visualize it. Let's see what Sammy can do. He was our driver of the day last week. And he actually had a fierce drive, had a battle against Ricos, and survived it and kept pushing up. But on the last lap, had one slip up and fell from I think 6 to P10. Now let's see if he can get it this week, and let's see who else can shine bright like a star in the galaxy out here at Suzuka. Let's go. Let's get involved. Quali has started. We got 8 minutes on the clock. And let's see, we got Ryan Hawk out here, Siesh out here, Sammy is running in for it. So let's see, everyone's going to be starting their in-laps now. We're going to start to visualize and see what's going on. 139.3, but what will it be for the first lap as we get into it? Let's get on board. Is 13bot going for it? All right, let's get on board. Sammy going in. Let's see what he's got. He was our driver of the day last time, so as he qualifies for that, he can definitely get the smooth operator lines through here. As Suzuka, he might have a little bit of high fuel. Let's see if he's going for the optimal setup. You know, sometimes drivers opt to pit a couple times and jump in and out, and oh my goodness, already spun out of the pits. And let's see if everyone else is able to get through, and just over there you see Sammy out all wide. Yeah, that's what happens when you get driver day. You get a bit of a highlight, and that highlight reel gets highlighted even more. I'll see that YouTube comment later on. But yo, these cars are looking great. They're sounding great. Honestly, maybe we could bump up that sound just a little bit more so we can get a hint of that V8 running around here at Suzuka as we get on board with Dakota. Let's see what he's got going on in the Caterham car. He started late last race, okay? I think he started a couple laps late. He went from P31 all the way to P25, so congrats for that motion after starting a race multiple laps late. There has to be some kind of achievement for that, right? Bleep bloop, achievement unlocked. Yo, Flat Rich, what up? Hope you're doing well this Friday. Lovely time as we got our F1 Friday underway. 6 minutes of quali left, and we're going to see can Dakota get up in the pole position right here. A bit of locking up into the last chicane. As we push on to start up a new lap, Mr. Pigeons is getting in the fastest lap at a 1:34, but Dakota has taken the cake right here at a 1:33.1. But not to be confused, guys, Mr. Pigeons was a top 10 runner, earned the points last week, and has now found himself into one of the actual cars here. Is not in a reserve car. I was expecting to be in a reserve car, so now I'm surprised into the Arrows car. Okay, I see you. I see you. And, hey, we'll have to see what Mr. Pigeons could do today. Maybe another top 10 into the points for Arrows would be a good one. And, it's always tough. Here's in the dirty air for of Manri Thespades in the Ferrari right up front. And Thespades lets him by, and he finds another lap. And let's see what he's going to be able to cook up right here. We have Ryan Hawk out on the track in the reserve car. We had some kind of words about Ryan Hawk at the beginning of the VOD, so... It's always good to see him out on the track. We'll see where he gets to in this quali here. We have Laluch out on the track as well. Let's hop on board and see. In a little bit of a train right now in quali. It's like, man, there, you can see on the top right corner, there's not a lot of space around here. And, hey, it's perfect time if y'all get home and the stream is on and we're about to get into the beginning of a race. You guys have a full action-packed F1 race right ahead of us. It's a good time, okay? It's a good time to be here. And let's go get on board with the Steven Cheesin out here in the Caterham car. He was pushing last week. Had a great turnout for him. I think it's going to be another one if he can keep up that consistency out here. Equal performance in all these cars, guys, right? So it's an equal playing field. Somewhat of a fixed setup, but they're allowed to change things like a couple wings. I think they're able to change the brake bias, the wings. And maybe one other key factor that maybe like TC and stuff like that. But that was like kind of a given for people who want to get in the right level. Like for people like Suyesh right here, who's a mouse and keyboard driver warming up his tires in quali. The Force India is going to be a force to be reckoned with because we have both Force India cars out today as a Spider Monkey is also getting involved. And I had his name correct on the configuration and now it's incorrect. But hey, he is in the Force India team. And he wasn't racing last week, but it's good to see him out here on the track. And in a bit of a less than a Titanic, okay? He's there. Yeah, it's fixed setup, but only downforce and bias is open. Yeah, exactly. The rest of the kind of setup is a fixto. The fixations. So it allows drivers to kind of pick how they want to drive a track, if it's high downforce or low downforce. I like the idea, and when I drove in the league and it was the same rules, I was like, yeah, heck yeah, that sounds like a good time, you know? All right, let's see here. We got Alex, guys, in the HRT flying out into right now the hairpin. Can he hold down the car? He's getting down minimum speed of 80 kilometers per hour as he stretches on. He's about to reach speeds of almost 300 kilometers per hour. Zooming. This is the kind of track that would really give a driver IRL some extreme exhaustion from the amount of cornering and G-force. As he gets a little bit wide, catches the oversteer, and he's trying to finish up that lap clean. Let's hope he does. As we get on here, Wooly is getting around for his I think would be the third or fourth lap right here for some of these drivers if they stayed out the whole time. And I think he has, but let's see. Let me see if I can find all the drivers. We also have VHP out here today. He's a happy VHP nonetheless. And for those brackets, apparently the configuration doesn't load, but hey, that's all right. Joe Milan is back in action. He won our race last round. It was at Magnicool, and he showed some magnificent course as he ran and ended up you know, with the strategy this week. Last week, he couldn't find the strategy. And yo, Sillamar, thank you for the follow. And welcome to the Galaxy. You're just joining us here for our F1 Friday events, but sometimes we're out here driving low fuel motorsport. We, you know, we do a little bit of both. And this is going to be an interesting happening right here as well. The camera switched up. My bad, my bad. Joe Milan is only 1/10 off of the Smooth Criminals lap time, and the track is getting in a better and better condition. So let's see if he's going to be able to lock in and get it done. He's got a little bit, and lock in is something that might not have happened right there. He got some dirty air trying to get around some traffic that was letting him go. Unfortunate. Yo, Stripper Dave, thanks for the follow as well, and welcome to the Galaxy. I know we've raced before, so hey. Pleasure having a NABS racer up in here. Let's go, and let's see what happens. Daniel J in the Ferrari right now. He's in P4, but can he get any further? Can he get any closer? It's going to be an interesting happening. Daniel was so close last week and then got caught in some traffic. Had some unfortunate moments the last two races, but he can come back, and Suzuka might be the track where, you know, you just, the dirty air could influence it a lot, and he has some good experience with that now after a couple of races having to fight in the mid-pack. Can he get on out? It seems like he's warming up his tires for a go, and he catches a little bit of oversteer, and he gives us the Tokyo drift of a lifetime. Tokyo! Wouldn't have expected that coming out of Daniel J, but as he was trying to warm up the tires, I think he caught a part of the track he wasn't expecting there. And let's go and catch all the rest of our drivers right here before the qualifying is over. We have 1 minute left, so it's going to be just one lap left for some of these drivers. Like Ricky right here is on his last lap, so he's stopping right here. And Ricky Bobby, hopefully he doesn't cause too much of a collision as he keeps going on this lap. Hopefully that's not going to be an issue. Holy moly! He will get by for the lap. Maybe he was trying to find a moment between in the clean air, so maybe that was it. Now Nigo is out here as well, and there's been contact with, I think, Spider Monkey. I couldn't catch that for a moment, but a little bit of contact in the qualifications. This is going to be Nigo stopping for his lap. Unfortunate happening for him. Michael Sedlecki getting through. One more lap to go for Michael. Yo, that's is 13bot not racing? I don't see 13bot on the entry list right now. Yeah, maybe he isn't. Maybe he isn't. We have Drass out here, though, who's in the Renault, who is driving. So his teammate will still be out on the track, and Renault will still be contending for some points right here. We'll have to see. Maybe 13bot jumps in at the last second, does a last to first. He's known for doing such. But, you know, if he's taking it easy today, he's opting to do that. He's P1 in the standings right now, and I think he can afford it if he has to do something else. Now let's go into a niche. Wow, I think he was supposed to be a reserve driver, but he actually has a livery on right now. I have the configuration wrong. It's true. I always have to update it. Note to self in the VOD. There you go. And yo, Daniel J, thank you for the follow. Nice drift, by the way, Daniel. We were Tokyo drifting out here, eh? That was a good one. All right, let's go. And we have SVR Fishman, who's fishing for some gravel. We'll see if he's going to be able to fish for a better lap. It's a low start for him. But let's get into it. Smooth Criminal, a 132.6 for the fastest lap. We haven't even jumped onto that lap as he slows down. He knows that's going to be enough to get going. And Joe Milan gets through, but it's not quick enough. It's only 8 hundredths, or yeah, exactly. It's almost a full 10th of a second, but just short of that. And Dakota as well going to be getting by. He's just finishing his lap here, so let's get on board and see, is he able to close those 5/10 and get ahead of both these drivers, or is he going to have to start this in P3 right here, but right ahead of Jurassic? He got a little bit of a bump. The cars aren't like the GT3s as he's really close to the line, but it's not enough to get faster. And in this scenario, we're going to get onto it. It seems like these are the last ones going around the track, but we still have Drass going for a lap right here. And let's get on board with him. He's gotten pretty close. Will he be able to catch up? He always has the pace. He does pretty good practice. It just happens in the race. A little tough times. And it seems like we've gone straight into the race. Maybe Drass was just going around. He didn't actually have a lap. I didn't even know that. Interesting. Let's get into it. It isn't low fuel motorsport. It's the exclamation point NABS. We should make a song. We should do that. We should have something around those lines. And we're going to drink some water, Ruda, before we get into the broadcast of a long and lengthy race right here. Soft, hard, soft. Y'all think that's the strategy? Usually that's the default strategy for these. Yep. Oh, you guys are going to bet the safety car will go off track before or after the S's? Dude, that could be a possibility. That would be trying to keep up speed in front of those F1 cars so that they don't go into his rear and he has to keep up the speed there. That could be a possibility. You never know. You truly never know. And guys, we'll see what it is here. A lot of the drivers are still thinking about what their braking pressure is going to be like, what their fuel is going to be like, what their strategy is going to be like. Some drivers have thought about this for days. Others are going to just improvise. Let's see who is able to pull it off, okay? 13bot is racing, by the way. Yo, if you're the safety car, entire lap on Tokyo and just like smoke screen the whole lot. Yes, sir. All right. Predictions in the chat. If you guys think there will be a safety car on lap 1, I'm going to have to set this up. Let's go. Will there be a safety car on lap 1? And we're getting on the grid right now. The cars are gridding up. The drivers have decided what their strategies will be, or they're in the final moments of deciding what those strategies will be. And we're going to have to see right here what we can do. I'm going to start off a prediction that's going to be, will there be a safety car lap 1? And the outcome would either be yes or no. And you guys decide. We have 5 minutes for the prediction. Boom. Put on your Galaxy Stardust. It's a gambling zone. Okay. Just kidding. We're not in the slots here. We're gambling the Stardust. Put your Stardust on the line and let's see who's going to win big on it. And are the NABS drivers going to be safe enough to find it here? We'll have to find out. Now let's get into it and start this off and find it. As we're getting onto the grid right here, we've got Smooth Criminal as our first in line. He's got the pole position and in the Red Bull. Will he be able to finish the race in P1? He's starting on the hard tires to maybe, you know, find a different stint. Maybe there will be a safety car lap 1 and he can look to change the strategy or just hold on. It'll be very, very interesting what these drivers decide. Right behind him, we have Joe Milan on the soft tires, okay? He's looking for a little bit of a jumpy start. Let's see if he gets it. Behind him, we got the kid around with Dakota, all right? The battle for the podium looks like it's going to be a tough one from the start, but not to be confused. We got, okay, the order's a little bit off on this already, so I'm going to figure it out myself. We got Dras right behind. And Dras in the Renault. We have 13bot is racing, so both Renaults will be on track. And Phil McCrack is not racing today, you know, so we will not have any of the McCrack action. No McCrack attacks today. None of that, unfortunately. But we will have some incredible action anyways. As I go to the next driver right here is Daniel. Let me find him. Daniel. There we go. Daniel is next up in line in the Ferrari. Behind Daniel, we have Armin, which is always interesting. They're all, I'm like, the line is so far to find. Let's go. Armin in the Red Bull, and I have it in the wrong one. No, he is in the Red Bull. Perfect. That works. Excellent. Behind Armin, we have got Michael Sedlecki, and we saw Michael, I think, have a rough time in quality, but he still found himself into a P7 position. I think all the line is kind of off, but let's just go through all the drivers right here. Anyways, in the McLaren, we have Onion, and he's going to be trying to push, and a controller driver as well. And right behind him, a fellow controller driver, as we got the Spider Monkey. I'm going to find him here. Spider Monkey. Monkey. There we go. It's always tough. Let's go. Monkey in the Force India. Starting off in a points position in P9. Will he be able to hold on to it? We'll have to find out. Let's see. Cheese is going to be right behind him in the Caterham. So both Caterhams are in a decent position to do some team play. As well as team play, we've got the Force Indias very close to each other. And he's wiggling his wheels. He knows he's on camera. Ma, check me out. I'm on TV. And after him, we've got Mr. Pigeons, who had a great start last week. Found himself into a top 10 position. But can he do it again? Can he be the two-time newcomer? And he figures it out and gets in to the top 10. And another one, our driver of the day from last week, we've got Sammy right behind. Sammy's been able to do some amazing things, and he's found himself now in the Mercedes. Okay. Oh, man, I got his name wrong as well on here. He's a NABS driver there. But, hey, he's in the Mercedes now, and let's see where he's going to get to, how he's going to push. and we'll keep our eye on our driver of the day from last time. But hey, right behind him, we've got TJ. Hey, can I get a hey? Yeah, let's go get it. And let's keep pushing down the line as we got 1 minute till this race as Lil J is in the Red Bull. So his teammate starting out in the pole position, him in the Red Bull, or is he the Toro Rosso? Right, he's the Toro Rosso. So there's a couple Red Bull S cars out here. And we'll have to see if he's able to push. He's got 5 positions to go to get into the points, guys. Top 10 is going to be the ones to get the points. And right behind him, we've got Alex. Alex is speeding up for it. And right behind Alex, we've got VHP, who seems to be quite happy. It's in the name. It's right there. Behind VHP, we've got another Ferrari. It's Manry Thespades. Behind Manry Thespades, let's keep going. See, big grid, boys. Big grid. We've got Wooly in the Virgin car. Let's go. Let's go. And speaking of let's go, we've got Nigo out here. And we're about to get it on. We've got 1 minute to go. Behind Nigo, we got Shimek. Where's Shimek down here? Boom. Another free driver in the NABS livery. If you guys want to be a driver, it's !NABS in the chat to get into one of these cars right here. We also have the SVR Fishman right here. Where's SVR on my list? Oh, dude, where's SVR? Oh, yeah. There we go. SVR out here in the HRT. Gonna see how that goes. 30 seconds till the race start, man. Can I do it? We got Ryan Hawk out here. We got Niche as well. We got LaLuch. Where's LaLuch? Then we have 13 Bot. And we have Ricky. And we have Oddish as our safety car driver. But guys, without further ado, we have to get it on and get started. This race is about to begin and the lights are about to go out. So the music's going off and we're getting it here live at Suzuka. Let's go. Suzuka circuit as the cars are about to start and it's lights out and away we go for round 4 of season 3 of the NABS right here. Whoa, the ear warning. Oh my god. As we get onto it in the middle of the pack right here, we're all looking good. I'm going to switch over this layout because that one always breaks during the race, so we'll switch on right away. Sidlecki's already made up a place. Dras as well is keeping his P5. Dakota in P3. Joe Milan has worked his way up into P1 past Smooth Criminal right there, and it is a nuke of a bomb sound. I forgot to figure out how to disable that. Sorry again, stream. I'll note that for next time, but it is a full course yellow. And who voted that there would be a yes? Who voted that there would be a yes on the safety car? Not losing points today, Aruda. That's it. Okay, so we'll have to get another prediction going. We must. Now, who will be, I mean, I don't think any of the drivers will really be opting to pit in this scenario. Maybe they took a bit more fuel for their first stint. I used to take a bit more fuel in my first stint when I was a driver here because I thought it was the best way of getting around it. But let's see. Let's switch on over. We're gonna catch the safety car now as we get onto the next lap. Cars are forced to go under 160, and everyone's gonna get up into a line. I'm not even sure what the crash was, so we're gonna have to watch on the race replay, and we're gonna have to take a look at what happened exactly at the beginning of this race right here. All right, so let's take a look. The cars look like they were in a good position right at the start of the race, obviously, but, you know, turn one thing, so let's catch it from this perspective. It's a little bit longer than that as the cars were lighting up their engines and we were about to get going. It was right over here, as I'm going to zoom in and see all the action. We're going to try and catch it. Already on the straight, looked okay as we turn in for the first corner. And it was 2 cars going off wide, so with 3 cars getting in contact. The rest of the grid looking like they got okay, and it was a big pileup right at the end with cars going wide. Okay, we'll have to figure out what just happened right there. Okay, we're going to go take a look at this from this perspective right here as the cars got around for the first one. Joe Milan was already up into P1 as we got a spin out right there, and 3 cars are going off, and it's 4 and 5. And yes, race director had the right call right there as Sammy was upside down. Oh no. Oh geez. All right, let's go back to live. Let's go. We got to check it out. How did Sammy get on with that? My goodness. Holy moly. Is that a disqualify? Technically no, but he has to go back to the pits, so whatever lap he was on, he would have to catch up to that. So it's not a disqualify, but it definitely is somewhat close to that. It does seem like that was full course yellow and not an actual safety car, though. It does seem like that was a... Whoa, and what happened to Dakota? Dakota just flew into the wall. And he's also upside down. And there's another driver who's in contact. And there's more chaos. As he's trying to get back on it, there's more. As there's more getting collected, Woolie's going to try and get around it. Onion's going to get around it. La Lucha as well. TJAA as everyone's trying to avoid the collisions. That was what was going on right there. And it's full course yellow once more here at the NABS at Suzuka to start off the race. And it's more contact. Oi, 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 what are we watching? This is a bloodbath coming out of Suzuka straight at the beginning of this race right here. And who is going to decide at this point that it is a good idea to pit? Maybe some runners will be like, okay, maybe it could be a good idea to pit at some point. Maybe it will start. Maybe it'll start. Holy moly. Okay, so do we have our safety car driver out now? It does seem like our safety car driver is exiting the pits, okay? So we will have a couple of laps under safety car conditions, but it did seem like just a full course yellow at the beginning. So predictions went no on that one. And we'll have to see what happens here. We'll have to just find out. Now let's catch the cue. Let's catch this cue. A couple of the drivers are catching up. Shimek as well. Where did Sammy end up in? We got to know. Is Sammy in the race? Is he in the race or is he out of the race now? It seems like he's into the pits. And it seems like I have the wrong names out here. I'm looking at Sammy and saying Manry Thespades. He's gone into the pits. He's like, you know what? Maybe we'll have some kind of alternate strategy and start out. And, you know, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure what his idea is there. But we'll see if it pays off. It'll have to be. It'll have to be an interesting payoff. Oddish is waiting. Will we get the restart? Some people might opt to yeah, so we are under full course yellow and we will get into safety car conditions in just a moment. And will anybody opt to go into the pits? One of those would be, let's say, Joe Milan or Armin or anyone on the soft tires. Smooth Criminal with the hard tires will definitely be staying out here. And what will they find? I mean, obviously, Joe Milan getting by at the beginning is good. But now, under so many laps, he can't use his soft tires to find pace, and we're going to get a restart with everyone's going to have cold tires, cold brakes, looking to get this going. And we have our safety car out on the track now from that big incident that we had. I don't know how Dakota ended up into the wall, but he's driving out here. He's got the smooth Japanese jazz fusion playing, you know. Man, I really got to have that audio clip ready for when I switch to that transition. But hey, we'll catch all the racers from behind right here. Joe Milan, Smooth Criminal, Armin, then Daniel J, 13 Bot, Alex. Then we got Cheese, Suyesh, Dras, and Michael Sedlecki. That is the top 10 right now as we're going to do a race restart in just a couple laps. Once some of the cars that are lapped and that had to do, I guess, you know, pits, restarts from getting flipped, we'll see. We'll have to see. Now I'm going to just quickly end the prediction. So in terms of points, there was no safety car lap one. It was a full course yellow. They started racing again, and then this safety car did come out. Whap, whap, whap. Again, sorry for the ear blast. Okay. Real penalty does not allow you to change that in the settings. I will go nitpick it, but I hope that then my real penalty version will be maintained for LFM and whatnot, but we'll have to see. Literally just changing that audio sound, or maybe just disabling audio altogether for real penalty, but then we wouldn't get the womp womp, right? Like, what would we do without womp womp when we get a corner cut? Our lives would be empty, okay? It would only be full of wins, and then we wouldn't know when we corner cut, and we'd be sad. Someone did predict that safety car would go off in the S's. Phil McCrack maybe made a prediction. Well, we're not going to do that as a prediction, but hey, we never know what can really happen here in these races. And let's see exactly what's gone on. How the rest of the grid is setting up here. You do this. As we get through, Oddish, Joe Milan, Smooth Criminal, Armin, Then we have the at 13 bot. Man, they're coming through quick now. Sit like a spider monkey, VHP. We have Niche there, Mr. Pigeons, Ryan Hawk, Laluch, Lil J, Manry Thespades, and Onion. And we're getting back into it. It's one more lap of safety car. Might be in this lap right here. And we're going to have to decide what our next prediction will be for. At this point, I want to see if Joe Milan can lead for a consistent 10 laps or something like that. I think he has the pace for it. I would be interested to see if Joe Milan will be the race leader by lap 20. That is what my prediction will be, guys. I'm going to start this prediction. And we'll see if it works out. Joe Milan in P1 at lap 20, but he is on soft tires. Would he have pit by then? He's usually one to pit very, very late. Let's say lap 18. That would be about 10 minutes, right? Let's say lap 18. Uh-oh. Did we said the S's, but we didn't say there. We didn't say there. Let's hope no one crashed for that. All right, guys, we have I think 1 minute before we start off back. Do you think Joe Milan, that is right behind the safety car right here, will end up in P1 in about 12 laps time when we get on? Do you think he's going to maintain his position for the rest of this stint as we get on to the start? Or is there going to be chaos? Is there going to be a chance that he doesn't? You guys put your Stardust in where you think he will get. You know, you can keep the votes light if you want to just take it easy, but beef up the pot. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how it goes. 1 minute. 1 minute. You looked away and something happened? Yeah. There's stuff happening all over right now. Joe Milan is right in P1. He took the lead from Smooth Criminal because he had the better tires on T1. Lap 1, basically, he was able to get ahead with the amount of grip that he had. But it might be, guys, watch your ears, because it might be safety car in this lap. But no, it seems like we're getting on for one more. It is another lap of safety car, I really thought. So really, that 18 lap prediction might be even closer, and Joe Milan's tires will hopefully be enough for that, as he's moving up and down here, trying to give enough space for the safety car as we get on out for another bit of safety car condition laps. Let's see it. See, like, sometimes we always got to catch the mirror, you know what I'm saying? It's the best part of the F1, right? It is one of the best parts of broadcasting these races, is seeing them. And it's just like, it's like a choreographed dance almost when it's the safety car. You know what I mean? Like, it's so almost perfect. We're all much more coordinated than I would have ever imagined, because one of the first safety cars that I did, I ended up crashing into someone off a false restart. And so sometimes it's not always easy, but I think in recent races, in our last, I don't know how many races, we've had very good safety car restarts and quite good protocols, especially since implementing real penalty to try and kind of change the messaging and also enforce certain rules like speed and whatnot before the safety car is actually in effect. And then so for example, there's like full course yellow, which stops people from speeding while the safety car will come out. So that allows for strategy of switching the tires. And there we go. It is going to be safety car in this lap. So we'll be in this lap here. We will find a restart, and that's exactly what we were thinking. And it's going to be up to Joe Milan here to reset us for the start of the race. Joe Milan will be the one that decides when we get going. And when will he jump it? When will he press the trigger, right? And find his way through. Warming up the tires. Making sure the pack is going to be tight here for the restart. Everyone's wiggling about, and there's cheese there. The straight on. Just holding it down. What, do we only have these two cameras? Yeah, I guess so. Let's go, cheeses. Oh, my God. The straight line. I know my cold tires. I'll be fine. All right, let's go. Joe Milan about to get it on. Will he start right at the chicane, or will he start after the chicane? Let's see what he decides to do. Smooth Criminal right behind him. Armin as well, warming up his tires there. And when will he jump it? When is he going to press the gas? Will it be right after the chicane? And yes, it is, as he's trying to struggle for grip with the cold tires, and he gets on, and we're going at it for a restart here at lap 7, but about to be lap 8 as we get on through. And let's see T1, Smooth Criminal, going through side by side with Armin. Armin gets by the Smooth Criminal as he has more grip on those soft tires. And we're getting on by, and let's see what else we've got going on. I'm going to try and get a good angle right here as Joe Milan, Armin, Smooth Criminal, 13-bot, Daniel J, then Alex. Cheese is going through Michael Sedlecki. We've got a few more, and Mr. Pigeons is holding on in the arrows. Thespin is getting by Onion, Drass, Reinhawk, Laluch is getting through Sammy, Spider Monkey, and I didn't see the last one, but there we go. Joe Milan is still holding on. So, guys, whoever predicted, if we did have some predictions that he'd be still in P1, now he is, but can he hold it down for 10 more laps, right? Can he figure this out for 10 more laps around here and hold out with his soft tires? Armin is not too far behind. He's gotten a podium in the previous season. He might be able to push enough to be able to find it, but let's find a close battle here. We have Daniel J finding something. He's very close to Smooth Criminal as the restart happens. Smooth Criminal on the hard tires might not have the pace on all those S's to kind of keep up with the train right now, and that's really going to be a struggle for him. But maybe during his second stint and any other safety car, he'll find a moment, and he'll definitely be able to gain an advantage later on because he's already done his hard tire stint right there. As we get on through, Joe Milan still in P1 as we have a battle with Armin and 13-bot going down into T1. 13-bot takes the P2 out of it, and guys, did not see what happened with 13-bot this whole time, because he went from last to basically second in 8 laps from 2 safety cars, getting on, maybe just diving in on those angles, finding the gap where he needs to get in. And, geez, well, hats off to him. Michael Sedlecki looking to battle right now. Alex, he's in P8 right now. Alex holding on to P7 as they're going side by side right here. Will they be able to find it? Is there going to be enough space on the next corner? Michael Sedlecki going a bit wide, but the downforce enough to hold it down. And he finds a position, putting him up into P7 right here. Now, will 13-bot be able to catch up in this? Will he be able to close the gap to Joe Milan? We'll have to see right there. Not sure what happened with Dakota, but he is struggling a bit down here in P17. We'll see if he can catch back up. Drass as well right in front. 2 drivers that qualified quite well. So we're looking at like 3rd and 4th in quali right now, in 16th and in 7th. And hopefully, you know, they just take this and try and find some pace from it. It's going to be a little difficult because they're still battling around the same pace, but maybe they will be able to cooperate a little bit as we find a battle on the line here with... Where's he at? Niche, who just got by, and there's a crash going on here. A crash out on the track, and I don't even know who it is right now. We're going to have to get a view. Armin is getting on just fine there. I think it's Mr. Pigeons as well got through. It might have been VHP. And indeed, it seemed like it was VHP in that moment. We'll have to get a view on that. We'll see if there's any battles. Maybe take a quick look at a replay right there. Let's get a gander at it and get into the replay. Maybe take a look at VHP. They were going side by side, him and Niche. As they get into the flat-out section, there's contact between them, and VHP is sent into the inside wall, and he has to wait to get back out onto the track. So unfortunate happening there for VHP. A little bit of a battle between him and Niche. Turned sideways too fast. Let's see what else we've got going on here as I get back into it. A 13-bot, only 3/10 away from Joe Milan. Laluch is holding on. Daniel J is holding on as well in P5. He's not too far from the Smooth Criminal. Smooth Criminal doing a great job, though, holding on to those hard tires to be able to get a first stint where maybe, you know, when when the soft tires start falling off, Smooth Criminal's pace is definitely going to pick up, and we'll have to see if that is indeed the case, as 13bot is now in the slipstream of Joe Milan, and he's on the attack on T1. Where will he find it? He goes for the outside line right here and can't really commit to it as Joe Milan closes the gap on him. And let's see, into the S's with the dirty air. How does 13bot handle it right here? Smooth, calm, collected. We try not to lose too much time. Use the brakes to get that extra weight onto the front when needed, and keep on pushing to apply that pressure onto the car ahead is probably what he's thinking. But look at that. A big spot there where a lot of the downforce is going to prevent, like the lack of downforce rather, is preventing him from going full flat out up the left-hander. Now, he's going to be getting into the hairpin. He could get closer on the braking point. Not getting too close right here, but the battle for P1 is very tight, guys. The prediction here was that Joe Milan can hold on to P1 until lap 18, but will he be able to do that, or will it be a move? Coming out of 13bot right here as he goes, maybe looking into the inside, but sends him a fakie, and he breaks onto the outside line. Just getting the clean, fresh air on the inside for a moment gives him enough braking power to make those moves right there as we send it into the back straight. So much space right here to make the move as they're side by side. 13bot has the inside line, and can they get through, or is it a VHP niche moment? And it is 13bot out here in... Oh my god, the switchback battle. Joe Milan has gone for it on the outside move. I was about to say that 13bot had it done, but Joe Milan has pulled it out once again out of the hat, and they're side by side. No one's going to be getting the slipstream right here. And let's get on to Joe Milan's view as he's on this lap for a battle right now, as he's in the same position that 13bot was last lap right here, and we're in the same. It's like a mirror position, but now can he hold on to the dirty air and hold on to this gap? It's never easy to be following the car. Sometimes it's easier to lead, depending on how we get into in this scenario. This was a crazy, that was a wild move coming out of Joe to be able to keep on battling 13bot just a little bit longer. But it seems like he's just out of it because of that dirty air that shows up in this sector. Will he be able to maintain it? It's going to be a battle. He's only 6/10 out right now. We'll have to get back in and catch if he will be able to keep on moving. Smooth Criminal is now battling. He's looking to get into the podium on P3, but they are teammates, right? Armin and Smooth Criminal, so maybe they're going to look for some team play, and Armin might let him by, or they're just going to be as racers are and looking to battle. Try and get it. Whoever can win it. Whoever finishes 3 and 4 is going to be a Red Bull, right? But who's going to be in third is really the driver that's going to be pushing right now, unless Armin is going to be playing towards some team play and they're going to move together on the straight. Bump drafting is not allowed in this league. Okay, I know we do that a lot on the MX-5s and LFM, but it's not allowed over here. So we'll have to see if the team orders come on through, or if they're going to keep on pushing. Smooth Criminal as well, like he's on the hard tires, getting the tow from his teammate on soft tires. I'd already say that's a net win for being able to keep up with the pace, but compared to where he started out, they're 3.5 seconds off of Joe Milan, and it seems like 13bot has decided to go into the pits. So he had soft tires, he's gotten ahead right there, had a battle, and now he's gone into the pits and grabbed his hard tire seat, and maybe he's going to get an undercut to keep up pace here, but will he get out in a traffic situation? Maybe the engineer didn't warn him about this one, but he's got 4 cars right ahead of him. What will he be able to do in this position? We'll have to find out, as Smooth Criminal is looking to keep pushing onto his teammate right here. It's getting really quite close between these two. I don't know if we'll be able to find it. We also have a battle going on here for P6 between Dakota and there was Mr. Pigeon. So it seems like Mr. Pigeon's battling with some of the greats in this league right here, as we're getting Dakota flying on by, the cat in a hat. Christmas hat to be exact. As we get Dakota flying on by, he has the crown from last season. You know what I mean? If you can battle the champion from the previous season, you know you've got something right. As there is quite the battle right here. We see Niche coming on through, the Nigo, Stephen H. Cheese, Drass, and one of the, I think it's Spider Monkey right there. Yeah, Spider Monkey, and then 13bot in that position. We have a little bit of a train situation, and we see up in the front here, Smooth Criminal, how'd I get into that camera, has managed to get by his teammate on the different tire compound, as the soft tires are starting to fall off. Oh, there we go. Soft tires are falling off. Armin goes into the pits to swap compounds now, and it's Smooth Criminal out on the hard tires to see if this is going to be the stint for him, the strategy for him. He might find it right here. We have a few cars that are in the pits right now, so Armin was one of them. Let me see if I can get over here and find it. He's in the pits. A few other cars maybe in the pits. No one really behind there. Let's get back into the action. I think Spider Monkey was very close to it as 13, but we should have been watching some of the moves right here as he sent it on 3 of them. We're going to have to definitely watch that replay to see the dive bomb of a move right here as he gets up into position to start pushing Niche. Okay, he's going to try and find it. He gets onto the inside of Niche. And it's a full course yellow, so we can't move any more than that. And there's a car crashed out near the S's at that part just to be safe. Full course yellow has been deployed. And yeah, phrasing before on that was a little bit dicey. But let's go check out, guys, the replay of Bot moving past all of those cars in that moment. Some incredible play. This was at the beginning of the race right here. But let me find 13 Bot. He's right over here. And let's jump on into his POV later in this race. As it was, what a move getting the slipstreams. He was getting by Spider Monkey on the straight right here. Spider Monkey lets him go. Now for the next one, he's going to get a pretty good run on the straight, but he's defending his line on the inside. That's going to be a necessity for him as he gets on back wide, so we can swing wide for this one into what is the lash came before the end right here. A bit of a braking moment as Niche up front is going into the smoke screen. He gets already by one of the drivers right here, and it's Dras right in front of him, his teammate who's giving him the tow, and probably the team orders are coming through. Bud is coming through as well, and how many passes, guys, did he get through there? Incredible as he found his way, boom, up a couple positions, back out, gets through the traffic, and we're going to go see where we are at now in this race and where he's at as well. We had the full course yellow was coming out. Is it going to be? I believe it will be a safety car as some of the drivers have now pitted. And it is the leader who's pitted as well as Smooth Criminal who went into the pits as well. So Smooth Criminal getting out onto soft tires. Daniel J. He had a faster pit stop, it seems. And Daniel J was able to get here. It seems like he's in P2. As far as I know, this looks like the line right here. And it is indeed Joe Milan, then Daniel J. What a pit stop maneuver from the Ferrari team. We wouldn't have expected that for a fast pit stop that gets him out and gives him a position off the track. Holy moly. And guys, this is really good for those soft runners at this point. This is pretty much at that point. Smooth Criminal has to take the L here and decide to go off onto a different strategy. And now he will have the push as he's getting onto his soft tires. But he's himself going to have to think like, damn, I hope there's a safety car for me too for my soft tire pit stop. And that's definitely going to help all the other cars, because Joe Milan wouldn't have pit and it would have been it. So now we're in safety car conditions. Cars are able to zoom on by, and we'll get them unlapped for any of the cars that were lapped. And we're going to get started for another safety car restart. Man, we would think, will Joe Milan still be ahead at lap 18? We have that prediction still ongoing, and I'm kind of thinking it could be close at this point. We have fresh, hard tires coming out of most drivers. Where did Smooth Criminal get onto? Is he also on the hard tires again? Where is he now? Something happened with him. He must have spun it. I hope he gets back to where he needs to be. I hope they talk about it in the chat. We'll have to see right there. Maybe we'll discuss it after the race, but he should be able to slot his way back up to wherever he was supposed to be, which was P3 at the time. As we see the crowd in that camera view, the crowd going absolutely wild. They're loving it. They're absolutely loving it. 13 bot drops in through Spider Monkey, Armin, Mr. Pigeons. We got Niche, Dakota, Cheese, Nigo, Alex, Lil J, Manry, Thespades getting by right there. Smooth Criminal after that as well. Let's see if he's going to be able to get back up. Any other cars, and boom, some of the cars catching up. We have Happy VHP, who, yeah, VHP definitely was one of the cars that there wasn't a safety car for his incident, but there definitely could have been something that, you know, maybe a full course yellow or something, but nothing from that. And now he gets to actually catch back up to the pack because there is a safety car allowing him a little bit of a moment of breathing room. as well as us on this side. A little bit of a moment of breathing room to see what has gone on. 15 laps in, 39 full laps. So we've got way more to go, over half the race actually to go here. A lot of drivers have gone for their first pit stop at this point. The safety car was an opportunity for a lot of them to jump into that window and switch out their soft tires. So it's unfortunate, like 13 Bot, for example, he had pitted out early for some kind of undercut that he was going to get even more pace. He got some traffic, but, you know, it didn't stop him. In the end right now, it's Joe Milan, then Daniel J. I believe Smooth Criminal should be third, but right now we have 13 Bot, then Dras, Spider Monkey, Sammy, Armin, Mr. Pigeons, Niche, Dakota. Then we got Cheese, Onion, Manry Thespedes, Smooth Criminal, VHP, Nigo, Alex, Ryan Hawk, Lil J, TJ, AA, SVR, and Shymek. That's the line of 22 that I see. We might have one or two more actually, but this leaderboard only goes to that level. I think we have our Wooly as well, right? He's still out here. Yeah, so then we got Wooly behind there as well, behind Shymek. And I'm not sure if there's any more. Let me see. Laluch as well. Let me make sure that we're all covered right here. Laluch as well in the mix. All right. He's going to be catching up to the safety car queue right now as we get on board with our safety car driver once more here. Let's see. It'll be an interesting restart. I don't think the drivers can make it to the end on this tire compound, but it is possible if they've taken enough fuel that they can stretch it, but the pace at the end would be very, very abysmal versus what you can get out of the soft tires. The soft tires will always be infinitely quicker, and I think it's great that we've gone for an elite where, you know, you have soft, medium, and then the hard tires. We've gone for just the soft and the hard tires to make that really big difference between the compounds. Because I believe we used to have, or at least at the beginning, there was the mediums, but soft and hard make the most sense for these cars. And it is the compound of choice for the NABS, okay? It is the compounds of choice. You heard it here first. Now let's see. Lap 16, beginning under safety car conditions. Joe Milan comfortably in P1. We thought he can keep this lead up until lap 18. Will he be able to do that? Seems like there was a little bit of a crash right behind. We're going to have to see. And it's time to drink some water. Yes, sir. Oh, that was a big old gulp. Dude, no way you claim to drink some water while you're driving. Absolutely goated. And thank you, Mr. Phil McCrack, on the attack for the poster check of my back. Holy moly. Oh, you ain't driving, Siesh? Where, oh, okay. That's true. That's true. I didn't notice. When I went through the line and I said Lucia, I just like, I glazed over the fact that you're not in it right now.
Jayash_ says, I
Yeah.
got a drive-through penalty due to speeding in pit when I was in Sector 3 straight, not even close to the pits. My race was ruined, then someone killed me.
Oh, dude, that's rough. I mean, honestly, we do have safety cars. You could have probably got back into it if that was possible, but it doesn't matter. Either way, like, that's too tough to boot for that moment. And now, you know, we retired the car. So we'll have to hope that Spider Monkey in the Force India will be able to carry the hopes on. And Joe Milan is going for the second restart of this race. It's not the first time that we see Joe Milan restart it. And this is now the second time that we get going for this race restart. All the cars getting on out. We have everybody back in a line, ready to fire it on. Look at all the happy spectators looking upon the race and such pleasant vibes right here. Yeah, I didn't set up cam tool. I'm sorry. And let's go. Joe Milan about to start it off. Will he do the same thing or will he hold it slightly after the chicane? What will it be from him? All the drivers are behind. We got Daniel J, 13 bot. Criminal went up to 11, but he didn't really get back up into the podium, so it's a little bit unjust for him. So we'll see if that was his fault or anything. But we're going for a restart right here for lap 16 to start off the race. And let's go. It is a full-on green, green, green. Let's start it out in 13 bot, already starting off with a spicy move onto the inside, getting Daniel on T1 right there. Spider Monkey finding his way up into P4. And we have a battle going on in the rear as well here. Niche in the line has gotten into P6 from this one. Okay, he has to hold on to it with the pace right here. Mr. Pigeons up into P5 from this situation as we get back onto our leaders right here. Joe Milan is trying to fend off the battle from 13 Bot. Will he be able to do it? He's holding back enough. We had the prediction. Will he be the race leader, P1 leader on lap 18? This is down to the prediction, guys, on where we thought it would be as they're side by side in the hairpin. Who is going to get a better exit? It seems to be they get about the same exit, but Joe Milan gets the car ahead, and now 13 Bot has set himself up for the inside line coming through the next corner onto the left-hander right here, and they're side by side able to hold it down. Let's get on board with Joe Milan as we see them going here, and it is going to be into the back straight. If 13 Bot gets through, Joe Milan might be able to get enough of a slipstream, but 13 Bot's not letting that happen. He's flooring it. He's flat out onto the power, and they're still going side by side, or maybe he was lifting it in order for that not to happen as they're again going side by side into the chicane right at the end, and it is going to be, guys, right here as we go into lap 18. Remove live replay. Thank you. As we go into lap 18, I forgot about that after the safety car. It's Joe Milan up in P1. Okay, so our prediction has gone through, but is not for nothing. And 13 Bot is sending it on the inside through T1 going around there. Joe Milan is going to have to hold it down once more. Oh my goodness. And it is him getting a little bit of a spin out. And we're going to get back onto the track as 13 Bot has found himself in a definitive P1 position. Joe Milan was trying to keep up with it, but the dirty air through the S's was a tough one to crack. But let's see if he can catch back up. That situation has got Mr. Pigeons, Dakota, and Spider Monkey up here. We've got Spider Monkey in the Force India pushing right now, seeing if he can hold on to this podium. They're on the hard tire stint right now for the second tire stint of this race. And let's see. The line is very close. The racers are still in a tight battle. It's not over just yet. As we're going to view just how we're getting on right here. 13 Bot, Daniel J, Spider Monkey. We got Dakota, Smooth Criminal coming on through in a bit. There we go. 13 Bot holding on P1, but Daniel's trying to keep it. Trying to see if he can hold on. 0.6 of time onto the next lap. And now as we get on, lap 19 is going to be led by 13 Bot to start us off right here. There we go. And boom. Let's get back into it. Let's see 13 Bot. Boom. We had Dras right there in P13, so we got to see from P1 to P13 how the stretch was looking right there. And it is 13 Bot still running away with it. He's in the championship lead right now. He's got the position for it. Can he hold on and keep pushing in this race? And keep the P1 right here. We got Daniel J right behind him. Spider Monkey is chasing Mr. Pigeons, Dakota. Then we got Joe Milan, Cheese, Smooth Criminal. Then Manri Thespedes on his tail. Armin in P10 as we continue on here. Some battles going on as we see between, let's see right here. Cheese, I think, was catching up. There's a quite a train going on right here in the mid-pack. Mr. Pigeons is going to be starting to lead this pack right here as Dakota is going to be applying pressure. And Spider Monkey's gap might increase right here as they might be looking to be in a battle. Joe Milan has got an immense slipstream. Let's get on board with him and catch it. What is it going to be? He gets by Dakota. So Dakota's going to be right behind for the chicane right now. They get on through, and Joe Milan has claimed himself back a position, put himself into P5. He's still got, maybe it was just the hard tires that threw him off, you know? And, oh, Monkey didn't pit. Oh, I didn't think Monkey... Oh, I didn't know Monkey didn't pit. So he will have to pit eventually, maybe. And Dakota gets back up here as they send it side by side. Dakota has enough space, and he goes around wide with all that downforce. He's able to hold it down, and they've swapped positions now in a very short amount of time. And will it happen once more as we catch 13 Bot getting a 2-second lead up ahead? Let's catch Alex over here leading, trying to catch back up to VHP. to get into P17 right there. Some battles going on as well, even in the mid-pack as we're getting very tight right here behind Mr. Pigeons. Let's get on board and view what's going on with Dakota. On the inside, Joe Milan's trying to send it right there. Cheese right behind, watching all this go down. And Mr. Pigeons is able to run away from this a little bit more because of the defense that Dakota's having to put down from this situation as Joe Milan and Smooth Criminal are battling it out right behind him. We're getting it to the back straight now. Let's see, will this slipstream here, will the train be very powerful? And it seems like it just might be. It seems like it just will be the zooming that we need to see. Dakota gets on by. He's going to be ahead in the chicane, but he's got the inside line as they're side by side. Joe Milan just a little bit deeper there. He gets ahead of Dakota at the end of the chicane right there on the second turn. And it is Smooth Criminal now also looking to send a move onto Dakota. And when there's one pass, man, I feel like there's always a second. It's like the Sith. They always come in twos. There's always a master and an apprentice right around the corner, okay? And there you go. Smooth Criminal gets on by crime-free right now. And Dakota is having to battle it out in P7. The competition right here, guys, absolutely fierce. Absolutely, as Mr. Pigeons is leading this pack right here in P4. He's got the clean air. He's going to be able to maintain his pace right here. And Joe Milan is looking to catch up. It might be a little bit of a battle as we're getting really tight right there. Joe Milan loses the car for a second time this race. Unfortunately, it seems like he got so close to Pigeons trying to make sure that he can get a good run into the hairpin and maybe make an attack to get the clean air out of that. That is crazy. Yeah, if Monkey does pit without a safety car, he will be in that situation where, you know, he'll need a safety car to pit, or else it's going to be him losing a lot of time in the pits. He's right in the line, right? Like, there's so many cars right behind. He would probably end up about where Onion's at or something. Let's see here now. Mr. Pigeon's going out wide. And he's trying to set it upon the Smooth Criminal back to catch his place right here as they go side by side to start off this lap. Smooth Criminal has kept it, and he's stayed P4, but Mr. Pigeons has kept the position this lap, but it might not be for long as we get onto the main straight right here, and they're side by side to get into T1 right here. A bit of contact as they go again side by side through T1, and a little bit more of that contact is going to send Smooth Criminal off as he has to get back onto the track. Dakota reacts to it, and they're back on in for more battles. Honestly, I would say that's some hard racing right there. They were wheel to wheel on half the corner, a little bit of a touch here and there. There's less grip on the outside. If you have trouble, if you catch any understeer, you're going off, that's for sure. And it's Smooth Criminal who's now crashed in that position. And will he be able to get back out onto the track right here? It does seem like he does, and it's a P8 position for him. In a turn of events, Mr. Pigeons is held onto it, but he's getting a bit of oversteer out of the hairpin corner. Has he been on these hard tires all race? Did Mr. Pigeons pit as well? I'm not sure who did pit and who didn't, but they're definitely keeping ahead right here. He will probably have to switch compound at some point, and it is a spin out right up front right there as I'm just catching it now. Spider Monkey has somehow binned it on those hard tires, the old hard tires. Maybe it's that same thing that got Mr. Pigeons right now, and a bit of contact as few cars were caught up in it. And my goodness, we couldn't have seen it. What a happening. Loses it potentially off the old hard tires. 22 laps on those tires. He was praying to the Lord for some kind of divine intervention to give him a pass, but that wasn't it. And now, guys, in this situation, we have 13 bot in P1 looking to decisively get a good gap in this race. He's 6 seconds ahead right now. Behind him, we have Daniel J, who's in a good position in the Ferrari right here. And behind Daniel J, did 13 bot really just get around for that? Not really. That's a weird timing for that. Daniel J, guys, is definitely going to try and hold on to this podium position. He hasn't gotten one yet this season, so it'd be his first one of the season. It would be great for him to be able to get out here and get some points in for the Ferrari. They've been very consistent, but had some rough times in some of the races But here it is, 8/10 behind, and now we see Dakota behind there, now leading the pack for P3, as it was Mr. Pigeons and Spider Monkey. I think we're on the old hard tires. They did have an issue over there and crashed down there. Now in P10 and also P8. So Monkey in P8 and Pigeons in P10. And let's see right here, Dakota getting on by. He has his teammate right behind him. But Manry Thespedes in the other Ferrari. So, guys, the Ferraris have been very, very fierce today. It seems like they've come out swinging at Suzuka right here. And it seems like 13 Bot getting our quickest lap of the session, a 131.862 with the fresh air and no traffic. He's really able to get in a good groove right here. But we're watching an even better groove as the Smooth Criminal tops that with a 131.8. Very smooth from the Smooth Criminal, as he's got some fresh air right there. But he's just getting back into the pack. As we see the pack right here is Dakota, then in Cheese. So both Caterham cars. We got Manry Thespedes in P5, and then followed by Smooth Criminal and Armin in the Red Bulls. So Renault, Red Bull, and Caterham right now very in a close situation, as well as Ferrari. Where in the championship, Ferrari has not had a great beginning of the season, but they are starting here to shine, as if they can finish the race with a decent enough finish. They're going to be seen. They might even have a go at the Constructors' Championship. You know what I mean? The season's not over yet. It's still pretty young. Round 4, you know, we have 11 rounds, so I'd say we're not even halfway done, right? It's plenty of time to, you know, settle down and just, you know, apply domination. You know, if you need to, you know, just hit the apply domination button and try and lay down the law and get it done. Guys, let's go check some of the battles that are happening right here. Dras in P11 right now behind Mr. Pigeons, who had fallen down from P4 where he was battling out before. So let's see what kind of pace they'll be able to find. Dras had qualified in P4, had a rough time, started out in P17, I think, at that point. Like, really, went from P4 down to 17th and has found his way back into 11th, despite maybe having some dicey mid-pack restarts from the safety car. Still able to maybe even have a contention for some points for the Renault today. And we'll see if he's able to do that. Let's get back into our battles right here. Smooth Criminal looking to catch up. I think he's just at the end of the train. He's got by Manry Thespedes now, so that battle went through, and it seems like it broke up the train ever so slightly. So now there's a bit more of an extension right here. No slipstreams, just kind of a little bit of dirty air, but maybe they'll be able to close the gap right here. Smooth Criminal and Cheese are on those soft tires. As Criminal started off the race on the hard tires, was able to switch off when he got into the safety car. And now 25 laps in, we're going to have to see how long these soft tires are going to last. I believe the safety car was at lap 14, right? So we're getting close. I think 4 more laps, and they're going to be very, very much hurting out there. But soft tire to soft tire right here. A battle going on. Cheese has having to yield the outside line. Smooth Criminal sends it onto the inside, and he gets on by. But now Cheese has got the slipstream onto the back straight. Will it be enough to catch up and send it on the inside and catch Smooth Criminal again here? No contact as he gets right on through the chicane, having to defend. Cheese on the inside, Smooth Criminal on the outside, and now they get on through. Cheese going to hold his position down for the beginning of this lap, but not potentially for long, as we're going to have a bit more of a battle right here. Slipstream is coming through, and now Smooth Criminal is the car ahead, the tire ahead. He's a leading car. Will he be able to hold it on the outside, though? That is the hardest thing, as it is. Cheese keeping the grip on the inside that has the beneficial camber right there, and he can't quite find the rest of the pace. And let's go take a view here on some of the other drivers. We've got Sammy in the Mercedes looking to catch back up after completely flipping the car earlier on. He's sitting here pretty in P14. Maybe he'll catch back up. Maybe there'll be another safety car. We don't really know. Anything can really happen still. And Armin is now pushing another Red Bull, pushing a Ferrari. We had Smooth Criminal just a moment ago, who had found his way by the Ferrari of Manry Thespedes right here. As Armin looks for it, tries to find a gap on the inside, but he pokes his nose in. He says, okay, I'm not welcome here. Has to back out of that move and look for another one. All right, he's going to keep on pushing And let's see what he gets. He's on the hard tires, so I think at this point, those soft tire runners that switched up near the pits are going to have a hard time, and we'll have to find out exactly how much of a hard time they will be having. As I noticed, guys, 13bot has either made a mistake or has gone into the pits. I honestly don't know. And we do have the safety car logo on right here, but there's nothing going on. He is in PA on the soft tires, so he didn't change compound, right? Okay, I guess we're gonna have to go check it out in the replay and just just make sure we didn't miss anything there. And let's go take a gander, take a look, and see what happened to the 13bot right at the end there. Oh, he did go in for the pits. It does seem like that. Was it a drive-through or was it an actual stop to get tires? It was an actual stop, and I believe he was picking up some tires, so we'll have to see what those tires will be like, what they will allow him to do in terms of pace. Will it be another bit of an undercut? Will he get some traffic? Is he going to be able to survive out here to keep his position as our P1 leader from the last stint that he just ran? We'll have to see, and we'll have to find out as two cars are crashing out on that corner, and I think one of them was a white car, and it might have been a monkey. It might have been. No, it wasn't. Where was it? Where was it? And there's no safety car right here. 13bot trying to get through, and there's another one. Armin is swapping off the track, and he's spun it out. The dirty air, and he was chasing Manry Thespedes for some time. And Armin, something might have happened right there. 13bot showed up, and he was a little bit of an uninvited, unannounced guest right there. Wasn't ready for it. And he's like, hey, I want to get in on the action right here. He heard me talking about all these battles, and he's like, all right, these battles, I'm going to get in on them. I'm going to pit, get some fresh tires, and let's see what we can do right here. Let's go. It's a rodeo. And he finds his way past the Ferrari of Manry Thespedes after pitting for these fresh, soft tires from the looks of it. And will he be able to catch up? It seems like Cheese has got ahead right here, and Smooth Criminal has jumped into the pits with his soft tires. So we did say, guys, 14 laps. So safety car was on lap 14, and it was exactly 14 laps now to lap 28 where they decided to pit off those old soft tires and get in a new stint. So no surprise there. 13bot decided to do that early, and now he's found himself back in a P4 position. Joe Milan is looking to get there. He's in the hard tires. He's got that stint going. But he had fallen behind from those two fallouts. Let's see what kind of pace he's going to be able to get to on this recovery right here. And we're still pushing, though. We've got two KRM cars right now on the podium line. We got Dakota and Cheese. They're a little bit ways away, only 6 seconds, but the real gap right here and the real battle is going to be between this KRM, and the Ferrari of Daniel J. And is it going to be enough? The hard tires seem to hold on a little bit longer than the softs, of course, but how much longer? We saw some issues around lap 22, so maybe around, what would it be? A few more, probably 6 more laps then. 6 more laps. And we might see these hard tires start to struggle, and see if at that point they get off. Or if there is a safety car, I'd have to bet that any of the hard runners are going to jump straight into the pits to try and get off these tires and get onto a fresh batch. But let's get on board here with Dakota as we're going to see how it is to drive a lap around here in Suzuka. And if you guys want to get involved and drive around in the NABS, it's !NABS in the chat to get involved and get yourself a seat and become a driver. We're still almost halfway through the season. We're just 4 rounds in right now, so there's plenty of time left to be able to make a name for yourself in Season 3. But I know that each season is going to bring a new wave of drivers right here, as we see, I think, our first back markers for the 1 and 2 runners right here. The back markers will hold up Daniel J just a bit, and I think Dakota is also getting in his head from that. And we'll have to see where they get onto from this. Now, it is the thing. There is no blue flags in the way where the blue flag has to let you by, but they do have to. You should kind of not let them lose time. Is a big thing that they were talking about. So in the spirit of that, I think VHP moves over for Daniel J and even grabs his slipstream, giving himself more time. So it's beneficial for both those drivers, the P1 driver and even the back marker, in terms of him getting away. And now Dakota's got a little bit of dirty air, but he will have a tow on this next section right here from VHP to try and catch up and get that position, as we see a battle right here between Onion and Armin, and Onion has been able to find himself a position out of this into P7. Armin is on his tail though, and he's got the slipstream, but he goes into the wall and he's stuck there. He's bouncing around, really be able to hold the car down, and we're gonna have to drink some water. Let's go. I can't believe it. He went straight into the wall. He must have lagged or something like that. A little bit of a tough situation. We got Mr. Pigeons in P5. Perfect timing right there. Now, Mr. Pigeons in P5 is going to be able to try and hold Smooth Criminal away for the second time in a row. He's going to try for it, see if it works. And it might just be the time. This is quite the battle that we're going to see here. Mr. Pigeons has been pretty good in terms of keeping a cool head when it comes to defending. It's just like, you know, the pressure's on, and Mr. Pigeon is ready for it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Oh, that's the place where he went through the walls where he got the drive-through penalty. I see. That's really unfortunate. Drive-through, then a crash into. That's really, really unfortunate. As Mr. Pigeon has found himself a little bit of a gap right here. We're getting on through. No problems from him. Sammy. Where's Sammy at here? A little bit of a battle from Sammy going to chase Niche right now. He went from P14 to P12, so he's moving up there. We have Monkey right now up into P10. He's had to pit, got those soft tires now, so he's done that pit stop. Might be going till the end of the race on this set of tires, and he'll find himself in P10 right now, pushing, finding Manry Thespades right up ahead. But it is Dakota, guys. We're gonna get onto this battle right up front. Dakota, who's still chasing Daniel J. Daniel J getting a bit of traffic, it seems, from the front, so he's getting some dirty air, and he might not be able to get through here. Now I think this is going to be where they start catching up bit by bit, and it is that exact thing happening right here as Dakota tried to send it on the inside, and it's 13-Bot going on his inside, going into the hairpin. They're side by side. 13-Bot gets ahead, and it is one position. He tried to make the move. Dakota went for it, and 13-Bot capitalized from the misplay in that way. You know, it's always that one. Honestly, is such a tough corner. You get a lot of mechanical grip from the change in elevation, but on these F1 cars, you have enough grip as it is, and really that change in elevation upsets the car more than anything. And so Dakota had to bite that, and now he's on the back straight chasing 13-Bot, seeing if he's going to be able to get on the inside. He doesn't. He's staying flat out onto the power, getting on out, and maybe this would be exactly what Daniel J wants, you know? Battle out a bit more, get a bit more busy, and gives him an opportunity to push away and find himself a bit more space with 7 laps left to go right here. 13-Bot is on the pursuit to try and find another P1 in this race. And he's got the fresh top tires for it. Daniel's on the hard tires. I think near the end of the track, it's going to be pretty similar, as we have one car off the track there. It seems to be a back marker, so it doesn't seem to be Daniel. We're keeping on going right here, as we also have, guys, a battle still going on. Mr. Pigeons has found his way out, but it is Smooth Criminal who's having to battle his teammate again. Both of the Red Bulls going down the main straight right here. Smooth Criminal on the inside, Armin on the outside. Who will it be as they go side by side again? It is Smooth Criminal right on the inside. Lets him go. They both get the ideal line going out. And they're going to have to keep pushing right here. But guys, let's get back on board with 13-Bot, as Dakota has been pushing 13-Bot, trying to find an opening and keeping him busy. But all that keeping him busy is kind of lighting a fire under him. And Daniel J is feeling the heat, as there's a lot of back markers that are up on the track right here, causing, I mean, at this point, they're going to give him a slipstream. So this actually might be beneficial for him. But one of them is Dras, which is 13-Bot's teammate. So for sure, Dras is going to be opting to try and give the slipstream to his teammate and let him go as easily as he can, as a bit of push and shove comes through. I don't know if they actually had contact there, but they get on through, and 13-Bot flying through the corner, going to be right between both of them. Dras lets Dakota by as well, and Dakota is on to try and keep the slipstream, as 13-Bot is on the inside. He's just, He's just hanging out right there. He doesn't need the slipstream as they're getting into it. He's got the clean air. He doesn't need that at the moment. He's got 6 laps to try and execute his moves right here. He's 3/10 away as we get into the last stretch of this race. And yo, I stole your toast, TTV. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the Galaxy. If you're just catching us here on our F1 Friday, we're usually out here racing on low fuel motorsport. But it's always nice. If you want to get into some of these races, it's !NABS in the chat, the No ABS League, where we have a full calendar of races on Friday. And we're about to drink some water as we see another of those back markers spun out, but it's not going to phase the front runners. There we go. It's not going to phase the front runners as Daniel J now is feeling the pressure from 13 bot. And what will it be from the 13 bot? Will he be able to send it on the inside of Daniel's car right here on the inside line? Not just yet. He gets the slipstream. There's so much traffic for these two drivers. They're having to like go through an entire lobby of cars while they're in a battle here. And it is a tough situation for them, to say the least, as a 13 bot might just look for it. He's kind of peeking, right? He had like a little bit of an overlap right there. He's kind of peeking for it, but he knows it wasn't just yet. He can't pull the move. And WEC. Dude, we need the WEC cam tool presets. That would have been crazy. That would have been absolutely crazy. As we get into it, guys, lap 34. Only 5 laps to go in this race. It might as well be a sprint race at this point. But there is a difference of compound right here as Daniel is on the hard tires, 13 bot on the soft tires, but I believe 13 bot has pitted with a good enough window for the soft tires to last pretty much okay till the end of this race.
Through goes Hamilton. Unbelievable stuff.
And it is...
out of the final corner.
It was Daniel J off the track right there, if I'm not mistaken, right there, as we said, as it was that unbelievable moment of getting through off the track. We had where JJ right here. He went off too wide, got back onto the grass, and was able to catch it. It still says he's in P3 right now, but he's behind Dras. But no, that does make sense. Dras actually in P17 right now. So will he be able to catch back up? He's 3 seconds behind, guys. And Dakota is, I saw that 0-second delta for a moment. Dakota is pushing, and he might be able to find 13 bot after this. And now it's a battle between Dakota and 13 bot in the NABS here in Season 3, in Round 4 at Suzuka. Can you believe it right here? These two drivers.
Through goes Hamilton.
It is that.
Stuff coming out of the final corner.
And it is the final corner as both of them are getting on through. Dakota and 13 bots side by side. Who will be the last to break on T1 right here as a bit of contact gets on through. They're just trying to get enough space as 13 bot has the lead ahead, but Dakota has the inside line, and it's a switchback from 13 bot to keep him up into P1. What a switchback. Oh my goodness, absolutely flying through T1 and making it look easy to just make those smooth operator moves. Yeah, skill issue for not having the cam tool today. I know. I think I had like 10 minutes to set it up. I should have, next time I'll get it. Next week, we definitely have cam tool. And let's go. 13 bot catching a little bit of traffic right here. Right into the end of this race. And Thespedes, who was in the Ferrari in P5, who's looking in good contentions now, found his way into P12 out of the points, but he might be able to get a few battles here to catch it back up and might get lucky right at the end. So we'll have to see if that's going to be enough for him in this race right here. And 13 bot still just running away from Dakota. Dakota's now, he's got the hard tires, right? So it definitely seems like Dakota's grip levels and 13 bot's grip levels are about the same right here as it's getting into the last stretches. The soft tires might just start falling off. Dakota gets his way through on this lap right here as they go battling into the chicane. 13 bot on the inside, Dakota on the outside, but will they be able to hold it? Yes, they do. They have enough room for both cars right there, but it is someone else spitting out, and it seems like Armin right behind was getting into a tough, no, not Armin, was, I think it looked like a Ferrari right there, but no time to waste onto this right now as we get back to our front runners. We got 13 bot pushing it. He's got back into P1 as we're switching back and forth between Dakota and 13 bot in this race. Couldn't have been a better end, I think. And there is still, I think, some battle right here. Armin, who's now going to be trying to fight. And he's off the track in that moment when he was at the dirty air. And Mr. Pigeon has found himself another position at the end of this lap right here. But he's not done yet. He's using the back marker to get a little bit more of a slipstream. And he's flying off, trying to find it, trying to get his pace P6 for Mr. Pigeons right here. A very strong showing from the driver there. Let's go. 13 bot still on the defense. We've got 3 laps left. 36, let's see, 36, 37, 38, 39. So 4 laps technically, including this one. And then 3 right at the end of there. Let's go see what will happen on the back straight. We've seen them switch positions here many times and then switch back at T1. Okay, and when I say switch back, I really do mean 13bot has executed the switch back, and Monkey and Criminal are fighting right there. Is that what's happening as well? Let's go. Let's just hang on right here, and then we'll switch on over to the other battle and see how they're getting on for it while these guys are on the straight. Dakota has found himself there. He might just have the slipstream at the beginning right there. So let's get on to Criminal. Criminal's in P8. Onion on his tail, I guess. Or no, Onion's just ahead. And Monkey has found his way into P4 from this situation. We haven't even gotten on board with the driver, but he's got it. And he's in P4 right now. And the Force India is looking like they're in a good spot. Like, he's got a bit of a gap. There's 23 seconds ahead of him, but hey, he can still find it. And T1 right here, Dakota was not able to find the move on 13bot. And even though 13bot is on the soft tires, it doesn't seem like he has any showing signs of stopping or slowing down. No fastest laps of the sessions, even though Dakota's pushing him. Definitely means he's defending a little bit, but also might be that his tires just aren't there. Let's see. See, he's definitely taking the more defensive inside line so that he's covering his inside and goes out a little bit further wide here as well to cover. But when you go a bit wider, that means you're covering more ground, and the other driver could capitalize on this situation. Now, Dakota's still close and exactly where you need to be close, which is on the back straight as he's really just tailing him. 13bot gets a slightly better exit though, and Dakota doesn't get nearly as good as the slipstream as he thought. And it could have been a little bit better, but now they're sending it in to the chicane, just one after the other. And let's check it out right here. Who else have we got? Wooly and Daniel J in third place right there, catching up. Got the SVR. Fishman, I believe. Further on after that, we have got Drass, who is in P19 right now, and is a whole whopping 22 seconds, guys, of holding on here between the top 3 runners and the rest of the grid. But here it is, and here he comes. It's the Spider Monkey from the Force India team in P4. Behind him, Mr. Pigeons in P5. And then trailing on there as well, we have, wait, that's VHP, and then Armin showing up in just a moment. Followed by a battle right here going on between Smooth Criminal and Onion. Let's go get involved and see what's happening right here as they get onto the main straight. Smooth Criminal has found his place in front of Onion right here. And let's see if Onion's going to be able to get the slipstream. As I'm seeing also Dakota's getting a battle. There's nothing happening there. And 13bot and Dakota are battling it out. 13bot loses it on the outside. He just lost it on the exit. They were battling really hard. There was a couple of back markers there as well, definitely stirring up the pot, but they're still both right after the other. There's no one in between them. So this is going to be a push from 13bot, where he usually has better exits here on the back straight. And he indeed does have a better exit on the back straight. He goes side by side. Dakota's opted to take the inside line though, which is usually the faster inside line. You cover less track there as well. They get both on by, but it is a smoother line from 13bot as Dakota hits the inside curve just a little bit too much, and Dakota forced to yield to 13bot on the chicane as we get into our final lap of round 4 here at Suzuka Circuit. Getting on round 4 of our season 3 of the NABS to close it out. We have Dakota and 13bot battling it side by side, as well as Onion chasing Criminal for the P6. But let's see, will he be able, Dakota, here in this position in the K-Ram to be able to stay close enough in the dirty air right now to make a move later on in the back straight where it's going to matter the most to get through before the finish line right here? Will it be happening for him? And we're all looking at it. Will it be Dakota or will it be 13 bot? Daniel J 1.6 seconds away, but he is 2 back markers in between. I'm not sure what we're going to see right here as Daniel's still pushing, but he's losing some time. I definitely had to drink some water right there. Oh my goodness, 13 bot and Dakota finishing up the race right here. Some spicy action caused me to drink some water as we get into the back straight. Dakota has to focus in and get a really good exit, but 13 bot has absolutely killed that exit on the last line. And the back straight, there's just not enough slipstream. There's 6/10 of time in between the 2 drivers right now. So I believe in the end, 13 bot getting through the chicane ahead in P1 on the final lap in the NABS. And Dakota tries to go for the quarter cut, but that's not going to work here. No, it's not. And it's 13 bot who's going back to back wins here, and he gets kamikaze right after the race. Oh, come on. Absolutely crooked, but hey, it happens. Now let's see who else. Daniel J in third place right here. Let's switch on back and let's see the drivers who are going to be finishing right here as we have Dras, who's in P9 apparently. We had Pigeons who was going to finish. So let's just see all the drivers are actually going to finish because I believe we're going to get the full line as Monkey has got P4. Mr. Pigeons has got P5. Smooth Criminal is hitting into the wall, flipping out, getting in P6. Onion in P7. All right, let's see who else is finishing up right here. The next driver coming on by. All these 2 right here. We had Cheese and Sammy. And Wooly and Alex, are they still on? Are they still going? I believe they're good. And a few more cars right here to end the race off. We got Laluch and Ryan Hawk. And hitting the wall, getting close. Manry Thespedes. And Niche, let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, we got 1 more. We got 2 more, I think, to finish off. To see all the drivers getting through here. And let's go, the last 2 to finish off the race. And a GG from the 13 bot, who's done it again and won the race here at Suzuka. Who thought it could be done? That is absolutely wild, and we've found it. Congratulations to the 13 bot, as it is Daniel J taking a podium in P3, Dakota the P2, and 13 bot seizes the day in P1. He had a good strategy. He pit at the right time. The traffic was good to him. He was able to cut through the pack, and he found himself into that P1 position, only 0.5 seconds ahead of Dakota right at the end, and they were going really back and forth, man, really back and forth. And dude, what shitty internet? Oh no, it was not obvious from my point of view, but I guess when you're driving and you're seeing the twitching. But hey, that's a tough one. That is going to be a tough one. But guys, we are going to get into the interview booth now, and we're going to be chatting up with some of the NABS drivers. We're going to start off with our 3rd place runner right here. We're going to get Daniel J into the VC. And let me get him here in just a moment. All right, let's go. J, boom. Yo, Daniel.
Hello.
Hello. Congratulations for the P3. Welcome to the interview box. And how was that race for you today?
Was long.
Was long, yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I was in the lead like for the half of the race. Yeah, I mean, I keep up with the front guys in front, and then there was a dive bomb from guy that were lap down, and yeah, that was end. And now I'm 3rd, and yeah, I mean, it's a podium. I'm happy, but yeah, it's not the 1st place.
True, true. And you did have first place for a while. You definitely showed that you had pace, and you were fending off and defending from 13 bot for quite a few laps until that happened to you. And you ended up in third and still caught back up, which was very surprising. But how was it in those battles and within the dirty air after that, trying to catch back up?
I mean, the most painful, like the most painful. Yeah, I don't know. The guys like that were a lap down. This was like the most painful thing in this race.
I see.
Someone was like fast and someone were slow, and yeah, it was crazy and yeah,
It was.
hard
It was
race.
a crazy race. When I was watching you guys, as like you and 13 ball were battling, there was like 1.6 seconds between you two, and it was just based off the luck of the draw of like who hit the back marker when you guys were gonna get by. And well, hey, as long as you stayed on the track, you still got your podium in this one. It's your first one of the season, so congratulations, Daniel. We'll send you back to the paddock with P3 and good race indeed. But you know, almost the P1. So I hope to see you again in the interview box again, and good luck with the rest of your races this season.
Maybe next time.
Yeah. GG's. We'll catch you then. All right. I'm going to send you back. I think you were in like VC2 or you can jump back in. It's always hard.
Yeah.
Go for it. All right. Cheers, Daniel. There we go. There's so many in the VC, so it really becomes pretty tough. But they know they let me in VC4, please, people. This is really funny. They're having some good things. But now let's go talk to our P2 runner of the day, guys. We're going to get Dakota in here, the cat in a hat. Let's get him on in. Let's talk to him. Let's see how his race went. Yo, yo, yo. Let's see what it gets to. 1 second. There we go. Dakota.
Hello.
Getting you on in the interview box for a P2 in the NABS Season 3. Hey, better than the P25 last week, let's say.
Yes.
How was the race for you today?
No, I won last week.
Oh, did you?
Did you check the video?
No.
Brother.
Wait, I think I did, didn't I?
won.
Oh, wait, what?
I made an entire video on it, bro.
All right, we'll have to go. We'll have to check. Okay, we'll have to check it out. The pure cinema, the pure cinema.
-7 laps to P1. Honestly, have you ever seen the like? I don't think you have.
Truly, it is an unimaginable feat, and we will talk about it for the ages. But also, we will talk about your P2 today and your battles with Bog going back and forth.
Yeah,
How was that going on? He was trolling. In what way? Come on.
He's trolling. He's sent back in 2 seconds so he could fight me.
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
he said to me? He said he's slowing down me so Daniel could overtake me.
Oh my goodness. That was just going to be the strats right there to cause a little bit of traffic. And there was traffic this race, right? Kind of a hectic one after the safety cars.
Did you see me airborne or not?
I think I saw someone airborne. Was that you at the beginning and then Dras too? Yeah.
I was airborne. I was P20. I don't know how many there was. 25, I think. And I have no clue how I ended up in the interview today, but I'll take it.
Yeah, there you go. You still got in Dakota. Congratulations for the P2. So, hey, we'll hope to see you again in the interview box. Some points for the K-Rab car. And, hey, have a good one. GG's. Good race.
Yeah, you too, man. Thank you.
Cheers. All right. Let's get our last one, our P1, our winner of the day. We're going to get Bot in here who's listening to Suyesh talking about something. They're probably like discussing maybe lag or this or that. I'm going to have to steal him for a moment. So I'll just tell him. No, I'm just going to steal him. He knows he watches the stream. Let's go. Let's get Bot in here. Yo, Bot, our winner of today's race. Yes. Good evening. Good evening. How are you feeling after that race? Quite a little bit of battling for you between Daniel, between Dakota. Was it a fun one? Tell us about it.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun one. I kind of feel bad now after the race because I was trying to play a few games at the end there. I was trying to sort of back off Dakota into Daniel J, just simply because obviously Caterham is a lot closer in the championship than Ferrari at the moment. I don't think Dakota was particularly very happy. Maybe he said something in the interview, but
he mentioned it, but he wasn't mad. He just said you were trolling. But hey, you know,
I wasn't trolling. I was trying to play the team game, man. All right.
The team game, yeah. And hey, the Ferraris were close, man. And Thespedes was in P5 at one point with Daniel in P1, and then just unfortunate events for Daniel. But hey, you still got yourself the P1 with a consistent drive. Your pits were a little bit different from the rest of the pack, and you didn't catch the safety car, and you still made it through. How was that when it came to strategy?
Yeah, pretty good. I think I kind of put it down to the first soft stint. I kind of blazed out of the way, and then I kind of came out in around about 8th for the second safety car. Obviously, I think I made up a couple of positions for that, but yeah, honestly, I stuck to my strategy. I just wanted to see how long the softs would go for. I was pretty confident that they would go for that much, and then went on to the hards, and then went on to the softs again, and yeah, I was overall pretty happy with that race, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, some proper pace there, Bot. Well, hey, congratulations on the P1, a back-to-back for you. From last round. So hey, another one in the bag. We'll have to see you again for next week. Yep. What is the next track for next week on the calendar?
Baku.
Oh my goodness.
It should be a very interesting one.
Oh my goodness. Any Charles Leclerc moments? We'll have to see.
Hopefully not.
We'll have to see. All right. Well, hey, again, congratulations, Bot. I'll send you back to the paddock. GG's, good race.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
All right, guys. And for our last bit of our interview for the driver of the day, our Galaxy logo out here, we're gonna have to get in one of our drivers. I don't know if he's like muted, deafened. Do we just try and interview this driver? We just try, right? It never hurts to try something. We just have to figure out how to drag and drop another driver. One sec. That's kind of funny. All right, let's see. We'll grab him into the interview, and we'll see if this works. He's like muted and deafened. There you go. Yo, Mr. Pigeons. I know you're muted and deafened, but you have gotten today. Hello. You got today. The Galaxy driver of the day is going over to you, Mr. Pigeons. Congratulations. How do you feel after that race?
Yeah, I mean, my left hand feels like it's about to drop off because I use a PS3 controller. It's almost as old as me. So, no, but I'm pleased with that. It's Suzuka's quite a difficult race because obviously a lot of high-speed corners, so it's tire wear is quite hard to manage. But no, I enjoyed that. Yeah, it was a good race. Love Suzuka as a circuit. It's a proper old-school track. Don't make it like it anymore.
Yeah, fantastic. That was quite a push from you. You were holding like back the pack at some point in P4. You ended up right in P5, I think, but you were leading the train for a while, and you were holding it under pressure for some time out there. How was that?
Honestly, hard. The hard tires are significantly less grippy compared to the softs boxed under the second safety car, I think, or it might be the double yellow before. So it was a fairly long stint on the hard. So towards the end, particularly the rears, they really started to give out in spoon. So getting an exit up to 130R and not getting overtaken was pretty hard. But yeah, I was pretty happy with the second stint. I'd say most of the people behind me had better race pace, so I was doing a bit of an Alonso in Monaco 22, just keeping everyone behind me, but managed to somehow keep it together. So no, I'm really pleased, Joe.
Yeah, awesome. Well, hey, you're happy about it, and we're happy to see you out here already. Your second NABS race from last week, you got into the top 10, and again this week you get some points and on a team for the Arrow. So congratulations for getting some of those points and for the Galaxy driver of the day.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, cheers, all right, I'll send you back into the pack now. Cheers.
Cheers, thank you.
I'll send him back into. I think I sent him to the wrong one, but hey, that's all right. We're getting through, guys, and it is in the end how we get on in this race right here, and that was it in terms of our race. Our round 4 out here at Suzuka was absolutely immense. We had a double back-to-back winner. 13bot came back and won another race, and he started out in last, got up to second by the 8th lap, guys. And yo, Oshi, thanks for the Prime sub on that one. The support from the NABS community has been huge, guys. And if you guys want to become a NABS driver, it's !NABS in the chat to become a driver and join this all-out fast league. We also have, guys, the F2 cars that are setting up for a race at Suzuka, the same kind of race. 2 races, 15 laps, a bit more of a casual race happening on Sunday. If you want to get involved and try and learn the open wheelers on Assetto Corsa in a bit more of a casual environment, that is an awesome place to do it. And guys, there's a great community for it. So hey, and Spider Monkey, nice to be back with the P4. We've got some good pushes today, a lot of good points from the different teams, and a really nice race indeed here at Suzuka. And guys, we will have to catch you out on the next one. And where did Bot say that was going to be? At Baku. So we'll catch you there at Baku. for round 5 of season 3 of the NABS. Come on in, and we'll see you next time for our next F1 Friday. Kalaboom! Yes, sir. Let's go.